Here we are, welcome back to the channel. And in this video of GT7, we're going to see if we can help you get faster as we look at one of the things that isn't really spoke about, and that is steering. This involves steering angles and steering input too. We're going to go through quite a few things in this video, and also the use of different cars to help us understand more. So for this one, we're going to go to Autopolis and we're going to have a look at the Super Formula car. So as mentioned, we're going to be looking at four things predominantly in this video. Steering input being the main thing, corner speed, which works hand in hand with the steering input, racing line, also how one corner follows through another corner, and also then we're going to look at assists. There's a couple available to you on GT7 just to see if they can help you as well. So let's get straight into this. And like I say, we're going to be in the Super Formula car as we look at steering input and corner speed for the first one. As we approach this fast left-hand corner, this is what we're going to look at. This little red dot is the steering input. And as you can see, we've got full lock to the left-hand side. And as we're fully locked around this left-hand corner, that creates a little bit more understeer. So as we reach the end of this curb on the right, you can see that we're reaching a speed of 156 miles an hour. We're going to show you now how we approach this corner differently with less steering input, which in theory should create less understeer or less scrub on the tyres. Since we approach left-hander, then we've got a lot less steering input in this. And you can hold this, don't be afraid to do it. It's so easy to think you can put full lock on because it's a fast corner, you want to get the car turned in. But less steering input will create less scrub. And you can see we're reaching 157 miles an hour way before we've even got to the end of that curb. So even though it's only 1 mile an hour difference, it does make a huge difference if that's around the whole lap. The way I look at it, if you're standing still and someone walks past you at 1 mile an hour, 2 minutes down the road, they're going to be quite far ahead of you. So as we reach the last corner in Autopolis, another difficult one to get right, as you can see. What we're going to do now is demonstrate full lock again, which is causing that understeer in this car. We're going to come down to third gear to get that extra bit of rotation as well. We're trying to carry as much speed as we can. Foot flat to the floor. We're going to see as we come under this little bridge, we're going to reach a speed of 152 miles an hour. Then let's have a look at that corner if we approach it correctly. So as we come to approach this corner, we're going to start wide there, and as you can see, this is where we need to be. This red dot, as a rule of thumb, doesn't want to be that much further right than this gear selection box. And that's kind of a rule of thumb. If you want to add any more steering angle to that, that does start then to create understeer. Obviously in slower corners, you have to put full lock on to get you in, but these fast corners, that's the approach that you want to be taking. So as we reach the bridge now we've got a speed of 154, so a huge 2 mile an hour difference for doing exactly what we need to do. So over to Willow Springs, begin this second corner, classic example, we're on full lock, really throwing this in. See, in the car will grip eventually, we are creating that understeer, the tyres are screeching, tyres are getting hotter as well, which increases tyre wear. Eventually it will grip up, but it does scrub off a lot of speed. And that first sector is a 24.556. We'll keep an eye on that one as we approach this one a little bit differently. Come to this, I'm just going to pause it and then look at the steering angle. Again, we're just to the right hand side of that little gear selection square. That's where we need to be. And from there you can control the speed a lot more, even though it feels like you're going a little bit slower. You're not creating that friction on those front tyres. Now we come across a 24.2, so we're almost 3/10 quicker just in that first sector by nailing that corner. So now we're going to come across and look at Suzuka. As we look at the racing line, this is a classic example, these first 4 or 5 corners. And that's where we need to be, to the left hand side, and we're going to show you what not to do. There's one corner leads to the next corner, we're having to really slow down for that right hander. We're going to push it on this left. And again, we're miles away from where we should be. That's where we need to be, on the left-hand side, which then opens up that right-hander. I mean, this is excessive. We're doing this as an example to show you what not to do. It's a classic case. Many people can do that, but it's completely the wrong race line to take. And 36.0 for the first sector. To show you now what to do or what race line we should be taking. You can see now we approach that left curb, all over that left curb, opens up his right-hander, double the brake, get to the inside. Again for this left, we're not going to push it too much. We're going to stay to the left-hand side, which then opens up this right-hander. We're not going in anywhere near his top, which means you can carry a lot more corner speed. Just comes to that first sector, it's a 35.7. So again, we're 3/10 quicker with that first sector. If you can do that within 2 or 3 sectors, you are going to be 8 or 9 tenths up by the end of the lap. So now we're going to cross to Asia and Oceania. We're going to look at Kyoto at Yamagiwa circuit. Again, some classic corners on this that we'll show you. So this one, we're slated to use all the track. You can see we're going a little bit deep, and we've got that full lock on again. What we're going to do, we're going to hold that full lock till the car grips, but we're not going to use all the track. You can see how far we are away from where we need to be. That's where we need to be, all over that curb on the right hand side. There's not using all the track. Very important, as this next section is absolutely flat out, so you need a good run out that first corner. And even though you might feel quick, you won't be as quick as getting the right line, as we come across for a 23.0 for the first sector. Now this is that corner done properly. You can see we're holding the inside line, bit of trail braking. Now we're going to accelerate. You can see steering angle again, we're not fully locked on. And all we're going to do now is show you, we're going to try and get that red dot to the center as soon as we can. Get it to the center, create less friction. We're using all the curb on the exit as well. So the more that red dot is in the center and the less steering angle you've got, the faster you are going to go. In this classic example, as we come across now for a 22.7. So again, we're almost 3/10 faster just in that first sector and that series of corners. But now we're going to look at assists. A new couple to choose from as you come down in the menu to have a look at driving line assistance. You click onto that, you've got 2. You've got corner indicators and you've got a driving line to choose from. So firstly, we're going to show you the driving line and show you how that works, just to see if this is going to be any good to help you or not. So we'll start a lap, and straight away what I noticed with the driving line, it doesn't give you the ideal driving line. I mean, it doesn't do what it says in the tin, to be honest. It's miles away from where it should be on some of the racing lines. It doesn't let you tap the curbs either. You can see we're not even on the curb on that right hander. And even this now, I really have to come off the throttle if I'm following this racing line. Look at that. It's so important to use the curves in that first sector, and it's not allowing me to do it. But look where we are for this left-hander. Absolutely miles away. We're in the middle of the track there. This is where we should be. To the right-hand side as we approach the corner. All we're doing now is narrowing our entry speed. We have to slow down a lot more. We want to swoop down to that corner and carry as much speed as we can. Even on the exits, look, it's staying well away from those curbs. This tricky little chicane, look again, it's not letting us attack these curbs if we're going to stick to this religiously, to this racing line. We're going to come across the line anyway for a 134.8. Just remember that time, a 134.8. As we're going to now go back into settings and come down to assists, driving line assistance. So we're going to turn driving line off, and this time we're going to have a look at the corner indicators and see if this works any better than the actual driving line. So what these are a series of yellow markers: entry, apex and exit. Simple as that. You can see straight away, look where it's taken us right to the edge of the track, right to the edge of the curb. Now I find these so much better. Look, we can attack the curbs, attack, attack and attack again. And that's what you need to do. You need to be hitting those curbs through that first uphill sector. Allows you to rotate the car nicely. I just want to show you this as well as we stop it there. Look at the entry. This is the line that you should be, not on the one before where you're in the middle of the track. This is where we need to be. As you swoop down, miss the apex slightly there. Maybe carrying a little bit too much speed, but it's all part of the learning process. As you come downhill into this left-right, left chicane, again, it's allowing us to really attack these curves left, right, left as we aim for these yellow indicators. And as you come across the line, it's going to be a 31.0, so from a 134.8 to 131.0, just by allowing us to attack that track a lot more than the racing line did. What we're going to do now is show you a couple of laps of the Red Bull Ring, and it's basically a lap of do's and a lap of don'ts. But before we go any further, please, if you like this content guys, and it does help you, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate all your support. So as we come down to this downhill section, you can see we're not using all the track. And again, this is a bit excessive, but it's to show you what we shouldn't be doing. We're in a little bit deep in corner, then we have to whack for lock on, which then has to delay us getting on that throttle a bit more. With this left-hander, we're not going to be using all the exit, as we go in a little bit tight, so we're not carrying as much corner speed. These last two corners, again, we're not carrying that much corner speed. If we're not using all the track, you can come right out there on the left-hand side. Then it opens up this last corner. We're going to go straight into a lap now, which should work a lot better. So those are all things that you shouldn't be doing. And we're going to try and put together things that we should be doing. So as we come across, use all the track on the left-hand side, carry more corner speed and exit speed, and use all the track on the exit. As we're just going to keep an eye on that delta. If we come down to the right-hander, we're going to come all the way over to the left-hand side and use all the curb under braking. Use all the curb on the exit as well, maximising the acceleration. Get a little bit deep into that corner. We'll try and get an accelerator as early as we can. Again, we're using all the track. This left-hander, slide to the brake. We're going to push it all the way to the track limits, just to get away with it. Especially for these last two corners, same thing again. All the curb on the right, all the curb on the exit. And then the last corner, just about staying within track limits again. As you can see, we're going to come across through a 127, so we're over 2 seconds faster in the end. But trying to put in everything into practice of what we spoke about in this video. So, in summary, a few different corners that we've looked at. Long, sweeping corners. You don't want to be using more than about 70 or 80% of that steering angle to maximise the corner speed and the tyre scrub. The more you turn, the more understeer you're going to create, the more tire temperature you're going to create, and the slower you will go. Just try and bear that in mind next time you're out on track. Well, for now guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all on the next one. Laters.